Well, this is a site that has business owners and neighbors frustrated and impatient. Hundreds, if not thousands of tires piled up at a building in Wichita just within the past few months. They called FactFinder 12 investigator Devon, who got some answers.
When we first got the call about this story, we were told there were a lot of tires. When we showed up, we found one in the street. We looked inside this building and found a pretty decent stack inside there. And then we kept walking and we found a fence that was open. And if you take a look at the fence, you can see there's definitely quite a few more over in this area. So when you see something like this, there's really only one thing you can say.
It's a lot of tires.
Neighbors here at Harry and Meade say it's getting worse.
Every day it just seems to be more and more tires piling up, and they're spilling out of here now.
Gino Talkington lives nearby. He's watched pickup trucks dump tires here several times.
Sometimes they're like right out here in the middle of the street. You can't even drive down here.
But he didn't see a business name and doesn't know who the men are.
We take the kids and dogs for a walk through here, and just, like for it to be clean.
I've been building guns since 2010.
Clint Turner owns Williams Gun Works, which sits within walking distance of the building and viewing distance of the tires. He took us around back to see the scope of the problem.
We're not exactly sure what's going on.
What he does know, he's not happy about it.
The biggest worry that I have is one, fire. Two, with all the rain that we've had, these fill with water, and now you're talking about mosquito issues.
Both Turner and Talkington say they've called the city. They say they haven't heard back, so they called us. We learned the fire department is just as concerned about the rubber fuel.
A tire fire is a mess. Tire fire of that proportion with a lot of storage is something we don't want to deal with.
Wichita Fire Marshal Stuart Bevis says there's other problems too.
There's very specific codes on how you can store tires. Apparently none of those are being followed in that area, so we start doing an enforcement.
Bevis says getting this fixed doesn't happen overnight. He says city partners get together to find every violation and then give the owner the chance to fix the issues. It's early in that process.
There have been meetings between the fire department, the police department, environmental health, and other involved entities to see what's the best methodology to move forward.
Bevis calls this a significant issue, but it takes time.
Do you have any estimate of how long this might take to get remedied?
No, not really. It really depends on the level of cooperation we get and communication.
Those back at Harry and Meade say that remedy can't come soon enough.
And this is our neighborhood, so they don't want to live like that in their neighborhood. Don't make us live like that in our neighborhood.
For FactFinder 12, I'm Devon FactFinder.